If you're watching this video, you most likely want to learn how to make money on the stock exchange. And right now, I'll tell you how to do it. If you follow the news about politics and economics, thinking that they will help you increase your savings, then you are mistaken. And the news that you can really make money from is highly specialized news that is published in the economic calendar. So let's take a look at this economic news right now and then take a look at the chart. Well, we will also discuss my trading robot, which currency pair is the best way to run it. Well, I'll also show you the pivot points right on the chart. So here we go. So we open the economic calendar and see a lot of news, but I'm trying to save you time, so I'm only selecting the most important news. So on Friday, December 27th at 2:30 AM, there will be news. The basic consumer price index in Japan. And the previous change was 2.2%, and 2.5% is projected. That is, an increase in inflation is predicted. If the data turns out to be higher than predicted, this will lead to higher inflation, which means that the Japanese yen will rise. The short-term growth of the Japanese yen. But don't forget that the Japanese yen is traded mainly in the dollar-Japanese yen pair. That is, it stands in second place. This means that if we expect the Japanese yen to rise, then the dollar-Japanese yen pair is likely to decline. Let's look at the schedule and what awaits us this week. What other technical factors make it possible to earn money? And how should we behave, depending on these technical factors, when this news is released in Japan? Let's look at the chart. I opened the daily time frame of the Japanese yen chart. And what do I see here? I see a resistance line at the top. I marked its purple line. And since we are waiting for the decline of the dollar-Japanese yen pair, we must take into account that if the price turns out to be here at the pivot point where I drew the turquoise square, then from here, the technical data suggests that the price will bounce back and go down, and you can make money on it. If the price is at a pivot point here at the time of the news release, this will strengthen the signal, and the price is more likely to go down. Therefore, from here you can sell and make money on the decline. In order not to miss the price approaching this resistance line, you can set an alert. That is an alert. Well, in order not to miss the news on the consumer price index, be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel. There, 30 minutes before the news is released, I warn everyone and we earn money from it together. By the way, a little later I'll talk about how we made money on the British pound, on my pivot point, which I posted on the VIP channel. Well, now let me show you the pivot point on the Japanese yen. I am opening the H4 time frame. And what do we see here? The Japanese yen has broken through the resistance line and is now moving down. If it reaches this resistance line, then this line will become a support line. That is, a mirror support line. And from here it will be possible to buy and earn on growth. Look, if the price reaches the support line, it will bounce back from it. It will go up and we will make money on it. This is a very good pivot point, the mirror point. That's why such points work best. Well, now let's look at the British pound. Last week in my VIP channel, I gave a signal, a pivot point, to sell from the mirror resistance line. Here it is marked 125.597. And just a couple of hours later, this pivot point worked, and the price strayed from the line. Let's count 232 points like this, and she strayed several times. But even if you entered into the deal once and with one standard lot, you could earn 232. By the way, a monthly subscription to my web channel costs only 29 euros. Thus, you could get at least a 6-month subscription to my web channel from this deal, and earning more is already a pure plus. Therefore, why you haven't subscribed to it yet remains a mystery to me. In the description of the video, you will find a link to subscribe to my web channel. Subscribe and earn more. But we continue to look for turning points. And at the moment we are considering the USD currency pair. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame. And here, we see that the price has also approached the mirror resistance line. And it's even gotten away from her, but it strayed far enough. And I think that the potential of this turning point has not yet been fulfilled. I think that if the price approaches it again, then it will be possible to sell from it and earn a reduction. Set up an alert so you don't miss this turning point. We can see that the price has already fought back in this zone twice. I always say in my professional training that horizontal lines are lines that have a wide area, and the price can either fight back in advance or make big false breakouts. That's probably what's going to happen here. Look, the price has already reached the zone twice, but it did not reach the line and broke away. And most likely, when she comes to the line, she will break through it. This will be a false breakdown, and it will also roll back down, and you can make money from it. Therefore, keep in mind, exactly point to point, most likely it will not break away. But a difficult breakdown can also be earned here. Also note that a support line has formed at the bottom. There were two minimums, and most likely, if the price goes down further, it will bounce back from it, and it will be possible to make money on growth. Therefore, mark this turning point for yourself. Earn money from it. Let's look at the H1 or H4 time frame. Yes, we can see that there was a turning point here. A little earlier, you see. There was a minimum, and the price did not reach a little and strayed from it. By the way, I talked about her in the last video here too. This lower line is also a wide area. That's why the price didn't reach it a bit and turned around. So I think that if the price goes back down again, then it will also bounce back from here again. As I have shown here in this mini version, so here on this big line, there will also be an upward turn. The situation on the Euro-Australian dollar pair is interesting. We can see that the pivot point has worked out here. But now we need to adjust this support line a bit. Now you need to set it to the previous minimum. Let's look at the M5 time frame. And now, if the price approaches this line again, there will be another pivot point and a buy signal. It will be possible to buy from it and earn on growth. As for gold, here, while maintaining a pivot point for sale from the resistance line, mark if the price goes up now, it has gone down a little. But it may well turn around and go up, because here, for now, gold is accumulating strength to go up in a long-term uptrend. So as it goes up, it will fight off the resistance line. There's a good turning point here. Well, I would like to say a few words about the Euro-New Zealand dollar pair. I would like to advise those who trade my trading robot to take a closer look at it. The pair is currently in consolidation. In general, it was in an uptrend. Well, it is in an uptrend. Therefore, you can run the robot in buy mode. But if it is for a short period of time, then now the pair is likely to still fluctuate in this triangle, moving into the flag, then into some other figures of technical analysis. In this sideways position, she can trade in buy and sell mode at the same time. If you haven't tried my trading robot yet, then be sure to write to me via the link in the Telegram description. I'll tell you how to get it for free. If it was helpful, be sure to like it. Write in the comments if you use my signals. Who earned how much? Listen less to all kinds of politicians and economists about economics and politics, because you are unlikely to be able to make money on this. And see the exact information in the economic calendar, which I use myself and recommend to you. Moreover, it is free. I wish you all a successful trading week. Trade with pleasure. All bye.